Of all the fighting sports, I always thought that wrestling was the more interesting, the more entertaining one. Well, at least to watch it, not to do so myself. I would not survive there in the ring. Hello everyone, I'm Jay Mayer and welcome to my review of the Iron Claw. And it is actually still a 2023 movie, but it just came out in my country last week and I was really excited to see this movie. I hear good things about it, so I finally watched it and I was stunned by it, by how good this movie is. And The Iron Claw is a sports family drama movie and it's directed by Sean Durkin and starring Zac Efron, Holt McCallany and Lily James. And the movie is actually about the family Von Erich. And the Von Erich family is a family of mostly sons. Well, actually only sons. And almost everyone are in the wrestling sports. And this is what this movie is about. The movie really focuses on this family, on how on their road to success in the wrestling game, and all the tragedy they endure on that road. Because in the movie it's said that this family has a curse, that they are just bounded to bad luck, and that's what this movie is focused on, because there is a lot of tragedy in this family. And like I said, I was really anticipating this movie, I was really looking forward to see this, and it turned out that it's actually one of my favorite movies of 2023. If I was going to do my top 10 of 2023 right now, it would definitely be in my top 5 without doubt, because this movie was that good. And first of all, it's a great sports movie, and I have a soft spot for sports movies and actually any kind of sports movies. Lately I am more into boxing movies, so also wrestling movies was also very nice to see. And the wrestling scenes in this movie are top notch. It already starts with the opening scene. The opening scene, all black and white, when we see the father in his younger years, when he was still a wrestler. And he was a very tough wrestler. He was really going for it. He was not really loved by the audience. And it's just the way this opening scene shot that scene. It was really focusing on the character, actually beating this other guy who was clearly not a match for him. And the audience, you hear the audience all hating him, cheering against him. And the black and white, the score, the sound, it was phenomenal. And already back then, at that opening scene, you know the wrestling scenes are going to be great. And all the other wrestling scenes are actually very entertaining, just like wrestling is. And also, the rest of the movie we are really focusing on the brothers. The brothers who also are getting into the ring. There are some great scenes in there. One of my favorite scenes is when the brother of Gary also are joining his brothers of Kevin and David in the ring. And there is a scene with the music. They both are going in this room, getting in the ring, and punches their rivals in the ring. It was a cool scene. Also, the best scenes, wrestling scenes in this movie are all by Zac Efron. These were great wrestling scenes. Especially that one scene, the fight against Flair. Because at a certain point, Zac Efron's character, Kevin, gets another shot of getting this, of becoming the heavyweight champion. And he has to fight Flair. And that scene was just phenomenal. First of all, the score that introduces to the fight, amazing. The cinematography, amazing. And the acting, also amazing. And also, the way they build up to a fight. Usually when we see fighting movies, the build up is mostly them working out, getting ready to the fight, and then stepping into the ring. This is also the case in this movie. We see Zac Efron training, getting ready to the fight in the ring, but it's a bit different. It's not really focusing on him doing exercises, it's more focused on his emotionality, because at this point in the movie he went through a lot in this movie, and all that emotion comes out in that scene, and it's just phenomenal. And while he's getting ready, we see an interview of the character of Flair, and the things he say. We as an audience, we are getting pumped up to see this fight, and the fight did not disappoint. That was a very brutal fight. It was not a long fight, but it was brutal, and because of all that emotionality and the score that accompanies it, amazing. And like I said, it's also a family drama, and the drama is really there. What this family went through, there was a lot, and that makes this movie not always an easy watch. It's some very heavy stuff in this movie. So if you are looking for a movie to get happy about it, The Iron Claw is not it. But if you are looking for a movie to really feel attached to the story, to get emotionally involved in the story, then The Iron Claw is definitely that, because all that family stuff, the family drama, really makes this an emotional, powerful movie, and I love it. And like I said, the acting was also great. We have a character like the father, who is played by Holt McCallany. Not the best well-known actor out there, but he is the kind of actor that always pops up in great stuff. And he plays his father, and this is a very intimidating character. He reminded me of the character played by Nick Nolte in The Thin Red Line. He is just a guy like any other, but it's the way he interacts and the way he looks and he talks, there is something intimidating about him. He is a guy to be afraid of, even though he's not that scary, to be honest. But Holt really played the father beautifully. There is a scene in this movie that he gives a whole speech, and that speech really get to me. It had so much power, and it was good delivered by this actor. But the standout actor in this movie is without doubt Zac Efron. I did not really think of Zac Efron as a great actor, but I still believe that any actor given the right role, they can shine. And this is the right role for Zac Efron. Zac Efron played fantastic in this movie. He is the older brother of this movie, and he really went for it. And you can see the caring role of him, of taking care of his brothers. He wants to be successful, and he's the one that is most thinking about the family curse and how he gonna break the curse. And Zac Efron was just phenomenal. He was very believable. This is his best acting performance by far. So Zac Efron, top-notch acting. So in general, The Iron Claw is just a fantastic movie. It really stunned me. It kind of inspired me also, and I really love this movie. It's one of the greatest movies of last year. But seeing it did not make the top 10 back then because it was not out yet, maybe I can consider it for the top 10 of this year. I shall see. But it's definitely a great sports movie. I highly recommend it. And I'm really surprised it did not get any nominations at the Oscar, because it should have. It's one of the best movies of the year, like I said. So these were my thoughts. Always be free to share your thoughts on this movie. Did you think it was also a great movie? And if you want to see more reviews of me in the future, always be free to subscribe to my channel. And till the next time.